Sermons at a Glance. In the early 1900s, George Riddell acquired the sensational London newspaper, The News of the World. Meeting British journalist Frederick Greenwood one day, Riddell mentioned that he owned a newspaper, told Greenwood its name, and offered to send him a copy. The next time they met, Riddell asked Greenwood what he thought of the news. "I looked at it, and then I put it in the wastepaper basket," said Greenwood. "Then I thought, if I leave it there, the cook may read it. So I burned it." Henry Augustus Rowland, professor of physics at Johns Hopkins University, was once called as an expert witness at a trial. During cross-examination, a lawyer demanded, "What are your qualifications as an expert witness in this case?" The normally modest and retiring professor replied quietly, "I am the greatest living expert on the subject under discussion." Later, a friend, well acquainted with Rowland's disposition, expressed surprise at the professor's uncharacteristic answer. Rowland answered, "Well, what did you expect me to do? I was under oath." To please his father, a freshman went out for track. He had no athletic ability, though the father had been a good miler in his day. His first race was a two-man race in which he ran against the school miler. He was badly beaten. Not wanting to disappoint his father, the boy wrote home as follows, "You will be happy to know that I ran against Bill Williams, the best miler in the school. He came in next to last, while I came in second." Dr. Donald Carr of Persia was asked how he got the call to serve the Lord as a missionary in Persia. His reply was, "I had no call to stay at home, but I had the command to go." Two preachers' wives, alleges the Western Christian Union, were visiting together. One said, "I don't know what we shall do. My husband is so discouraged. Somehow his people do not care to hear him preach, and our salary is far behind. My husband feels so blue that he does not like to visit the people and pray with them, and so he sits around at home nearly all the time." The other sister said, "We're getting along fine. My husband spends much of his time visiting, and the people like to have him kneel and pray with them in their homes. Our congregations are always good, and our salary is paid up promptly." While the two sisters were talking, they were mending trousers. One was mending her husband's trousers at the seat. The other was mending her husband's trousers at the knees. An old man with a bundle of sticks on his back sank down by the roadside, and with a groan said he wished he were dead. To his surprise and terror, Death at once made his appearance and asked him what he would have. The old man said quickly, "My bundle on my back and my feet once more on the road." In his discouragement, what he asked for was not really what he desired. That is true of many of our wishes in the hour of discouragement. The professor and his wife were doubtful about returning to the farm on which they had passed the previous summer, because they had been somewhat annoyed by the proximity of the pigsty to the house. Finally, the professor wrote to the farmer and explained the objectionable feature. He received the following reply, "We ain't had no hogs on the place since you was here last summer. Be sure to come." And those are a few of the thoughts for the day.